Hello, Singapore. Globally, we are very much aware of the effects that coronavirus and now long COVID are having on people of all ages. As new strains appear, they have caused dramatic loss of human life worldwide, infecting us the same way as other respiratory viruses, only more lethal. Staying both physically, mentally, and emotionally healthy in these challenging times places enormous pressure on both your body and your mind. So, taking steps to ensure that you're remaining active, eating well, and ensuring that you're in optimal condition to help you fight off these ills, chills, and viruses has never been more important. And this is where New Image can help you. For those of you I have yet to meet, my name is Lee Mace, and I am the International Communications and Development Manager for Head Office, based right down here in New Zealand. Now, normally I would be with you in Singapore. We'd be looking at the products, we'd be understanding the benefits face to face, sampling them, and of course, you would be leaving with a wellness program just for you. Unfortunately, with the world that it is at the moment, face to face is as good as we're going to get until, fingers crossed, the borders open, hopefully sometime this year. But don't worry, I promise you that after this session, you will understand the products, how they work, and more importantly, you will leave with a wellness program just for you. But until I introduce you to the products, let me introduce you to the man behind the products, Chairman and founder of New Image, Mr. Graham Clegg. As I mentioned, we are located in New Zealand, and Graham is still really active in our business. He is a passionate fan of Colostrum. And why not? He is in his 80s and he is a walking example of optimal health. You know, he still works a 15-hour day. Our state-of-the-art manufacturing plant ensures that only the highest quality product leaves New Zealand for delivery into all our global markets. And yes, Singapore, that means you too. As a result of our continued investment into research and development, we are the recipients of many awards. And as more and more people seek natural supplementation for optimizing health and immunity, we have a product line that is not only in demand, but is growing in sales month on month. You know, New Image has succeeded because customers like you keep buying our products. So our promise to you is that we will continue to provide ongoing support and assistance to ensure that you reach your goals. Because of that success, because of you, we are recognized as one of the fastest growing direct selling companies in the world. And I thank you, Singapore, and I applaud you. So let's have a look at our product range, because I'm sure you know it is extensive. Along with our portfolio of products from our in-demand immune-boosting Colostrum range, we have our daily nutritional support. Now, these are products that you would pick and choose as your body needs it. We have skincare, and doesn't it make sense? If you're looking after the inside, then why not look after the outside? And we have a very successful weight management program. Well, you should see the success that we do see with that. We will continue to provide an opportunity because of these products that is unmatched in direct sales. By joining New Image, you are partnering with an international company. We have a proven product range and it's available to you at wholesale. But don't forget, we offer you a business opportunity to earn extra income and the chance to make a difference to both yours and the lives of those around you. So why not? What are you waiting for, Singapore? Come on, let's have a look. The thing about it is that immune health is vital to all members of your family right now. And of course, the key to good health is colostrum. Let's look firstly at a little bit more on the gut and how your immune system works. Bear with me, I think it's fascinating. I hope you do too. With up to 80% of all disease occurring in your gut, it makes sense to ensure it's protected. Colostrum is the best natural source of antibodies to destroy the germs that cause illness. Containing the best natural source of growth factors to heal and protect your gut wall, colostrum works to boost your immune system, thereby providing greater health. Let's look more closely at how colostrum works to protect the gut wall. Now, imagine that you have swallowed some germs or they've come in through the skin. So, of course, germs enter through the nose, the mouth, or the skin. That's why it's good to have your mask on, and it's good to wash your hands a lot. But if they do enter, they make their way to the gut wall. Once they are there, they multiply, causing illness and disease. The antibodies in colostrum remain in the gut, increasing your natural antibody levels. So, guess what happens when a germ does invade? They will attach to it. And once those antibodies are attached, the germ cannot stick to the gut wall, so it passes harmlessly through your system. I guess I can leave you with, doesn't it make sense that the more natural antibodies you have, the stronger your immune system will be? Just makes sense, doesn't it? Colostrum isn't just for optimizing immunity, though. It has so much more. That's why we call it the complete breakfast drink. It improves your skin texture, those are lines and wrinkles. It increases your energy to get you through the day. And of course, it supports healthy aging from children through to grandparents. And as the global demand grows for colostrum, it's important to acknowledge that our colostrum is manufactured under strict good manufacturing standards. Not all colostrum is equal, remember. But along with that, we have our patented alpha lipid technology, and as a result, we are recognized and acknowledged for our purity. Check them out, check on Google, check to see the compliance of it, because our standards are superior. So over the next 30 minutes, what are we going to do? Well, I'm going to take you on a fascinating journey. I'm going to travel into your immune system. We're going to drop into the colostrum laboratories. And finally, yes, we'll get to explain our products and how they synergistically work with your body, because supporting the strength of your immune system has never been more important. And our Trilogy pack ticks all the boxes. So hang on to your hats. This is going to be an exciting ride. Let's look firstly at why do you get sick? Because every disease eventually becomes a disease that reflects the defeat of the immune system. Have you ever wondered why, if you're in your office or your children at school and half them come down with a cold and the other half don't? Why is that? Well, it's because, quite simply, they have a stronger immune system. When your body is in optimal health, it has all the ammunition it needs to help defend against viral or bacteria attack. However, lifestyle plays an important role in maintaining healthy gut and immune systems. So let's have a look at some of these things. You know, the thing with lockdowns is that it has forced us to revisit our diet. It was far too easy to jump into the pantry. It was far too easy to order Uber or Grab and get your foods delivered. But it also increased the consumption of processed and fast food eating. And that meant that we have a deficiency of vitamins and minerals because they are not healthy meals. These are vital vitamins and minerals for optimal health. However, other factors come into play as well. If you're a smoker, try and slow down the smoking or stop altogether, because it does slow down the speed of your B cells. And you're going to see very soon on a video that B cells produce antibodies in the immune system, and it reduces the activity and speed of the macrophage. Wait till you see these in the video, because they are your first line of defense and crucial. Sugar consumption is increasing every year. You know, have a look on the back of the ingredients that you purchase. You will see that in the nips. And as our love for junk food increases, the ingredients used are not what our attack cells need to power up. So too much sugar can reduce the response of the whole immune system. Sleep. How much sleep do you have every night? If it's like here in New Zealand at the moment, it's very hot, it's very humid. We're all getting grumpy through lack of sleep. But did you know that while you sleep, your body reboots its system? So therefore, taking our third product in the Trilogy pack, Colostrum, will help support the release of vital adult stem cells, supporting repair and rejuvenation. If you're not getting 7 to 9 hours, yes, 7 to 9 hours sleep each night, that means your immune system will suffer. And lastly, stress. We are now the most stressed society since time begun. And Honestly, let's think about the last 20 months we've all lived through. No wonder that we are. We have more counselors and psychologists and therapists than ever before. And when they ask their patients, the common concern is stress. Be it mental, physical, or environmental, stress is a killer for the immune system. So let's all pause for a moment, take a deep breath in, and a breath out. Oh, let's do it again. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, only you can reverse these problems. However, we at New Image can help you balance your diet with our weight management products based on the proven success of a ketogenic diet. And when lifestyle, some of these things do get in your way, don't worry, you can fill those crucial gaps with our nutritional supplementation range. And lastly, come on, let's move. Exercise, it lifts the mood, it drops the weight. And when combined with music, with friends, and with family, it's just fun. So I challenge you, Singapore, turn your lounge into a fitness park. Get everybody online and start dancing away to your favorite music. The sad thing is that right now we are experiencing infectious diseases, and they will continue to shock us. Due to modern day stresses that I've just talked about, our immune system is vastly underpowered. The passive immunity offered by oval bovine colostrum fits nicely into the role of boosting your immune defenses and stimulating the development of a protective immune response. As I've put here, without a properly functioning immune system, a virus can replicate more rapidly. Look at this slide. And this is why you wake up, you go to sleep feeling fine, just a little sniffle, and you wake up in the morning and you've got a full-blown cold because your virus doubles every 20 minutes. Please don't go running for antibiotics. There's definitely a place for them, don't get me wrong, but antibiotics do not kill viruses. Did you know that prior to the advent of antibiotics, colostrum was used to boost the defense against immune diseases, I should say. As I said, there is still a need for antibiotics, but they do have a huge implication on your gut health. So when you do take them, remember it's essentially killing the good and the bad bacteria. In fact, research from UK-based Dr. Natasha Campbell-McBride, who is a gut health specialist, has shown that it can take up to 4 years to restore and rebuild the gut health following a course of antibiotics. So if you do take them, ensure you drink Alpha Lipid Lifeline. It has pre and probiotics to help heal the gut. Let's look then more closely at our immune system, because it incorporates the body's total response to illness. It's constantly searching the body for invaders and it's destroying them. It is your first line of defense is your skin. It blocks everything from entering unless you break the surface. Remember that when you see this video. The second line is the mucosal lining along the epithelial level. As you saw from that slide, germs stick to this. And if they manage to get through these two barriers, either through inhaling or digesting, then we have to bring out the big guns. This 5-minute video created by Traction with the Fact Finding and JTF shows you just how your immune system works on a daily basis. Now, I know it's a few minutes long, but honestly, it is really informative. So sit down, put your feet up, relax.
Every second of your life, you are under attack. Billions of bacteria, viruses and fungi are trying to make you their home. So our bodies have developed a super complex little army with guards, soldiers, intelligence, weapons factories and communicators to protect you from, well, dying. For this video, let's assume the immune system has 12 different jobs. For example, kill enemies, communicate, etc. And it has 21 different cells and 2 protein forces. These cells have up to 4 different jobs. Let's assign them. Here are the interactions. Now, let's make this understandable. First of all, let's add colors to the jobs. Now, let's illustrate the cells. The central color represents the main job of the cell, while the surrounding ones represent secondary duties. Now, the immune system looks like this. Now, the interactions. Isn't this complexity just awesome? For this video, we will only talk about these cells and ignore the rest. So what happens in the case of an infection? It's a beautiful day when suddenly a wild rusty nail appears and you cut yourself. The first barrier of the immune system is breached, your skin. Nearby bacteria seize on the opportunity and enter your wound. They start using up the body's resources and double their numbers about every 20 minutes. At first, they fly under the radar, but when a certain bacteria population is reached, they change their behavior and start to damage the body by changing the environment around them. The immune system has to stop them as fast as possible. First of all, your guard cells, known as macrophages, intervene. They are huge cells that guard every border region of the body. Most of the time, they alone can suffocate an attack because they can devour up to 100 intruders each. They swallow the intruder whole and trap it inside a membrane. Then the enemy gets broken down by enzymes and is killed. On top of that, they cause inflammation by ordering the blood vessels to release water into the battlefield, so fighting becomes easier. You notice this as a very mild swelling. When the macrophages fight for too long, they call in heavy backup by releasing messenger proteins that communicate location and urgency. Neutrophils leave their patrol routes in the blood and move to the battlefield. The neutrophils fight so furiously that they kill healthy cells in the process. On top of that, they generate barriers that trap and kill the bacteria. They are indeed so deadly that they evolved to commit suicide after 5 days to prevent them from causing too much damage. If this is not enough to stop the invasion, the brain of the immune system kicks in. The dendritic cell gets active. It reacts to the signals of the soldiers and starts collecting samples from the enemies. They rip them into pieces and present the parts on their outer layer. Now, the dendritic cell makes a crucial decision. Should they call for antivirus forces that eradicate infected body cells or an army of bacteria killers? In this case, antibacteria forces are necessary. It then travels to the closest lymph node in about a day. Here, billions of helper and killer T cells are waiting to be activated. When T cells are born, they go through a difficult and complicated training process, and only a quarter survives. The surviving cells are equipped with a specific setup. And the dendritic cell is on its way looking for a helper T cell with a setup that's just right. It's looking for a helper T cell that can bind to the parts of the intruders which the dendritic cell has presented on its membrane. When it finally finds one, a chain reaction takes place. The helper T cell is activated. It quickly duplicates thousands of times. Some become memory T cells that stay in the lymph node and will make you practically immune against this enemy. Some travel to the field of battle to help out. And the third group goes on to travel to the center of the lymph node to activate a very powerful weapons factory. Like the T cells, they're born with a specific setup. And when a B cell and a T cell with the same setup meet, hell breaks loose. The B cell duplicates rapidly and starts producing millions of little weapons. They work so hard that they would literally die from exhaustion very fast. Here, helper T cells play another important role. They stimulate the hard-working factories and tell them, "Don't die yet, we still need you. Keep going." This also ensures that the factories die if the infection is over, so the body doesn't waste energy or hurt itself. But what is produced by the B cells? You've heard of them, of course, antibodies. Little proteins that are engineered to bind to the surface of the specific intruder. There are even different kinds of antibodies that have slightly different jobs. The helper T cells tell the plasma cells which type is needed the most in this particular invasion. Millions of them flood the blood and saturate the body. Meanwhile, at the site of infection, the situation is getting dire. The intruders have multiplied in number and start hurting the body. Guard and attack cells fight hard, but also die in the process. Helper T cells support them by ordering them to be more aggressive and to stay alive longer. But without help, they can't overwhelm the bacteria. But now the second line of defense arrives. Billions of antibodies flood the battlefield and disable lots of the intruders, rendering them helpless or killing them in the process. They also stun the bacteria and make them an easy target. Their back is built to connect to killer cells, so they can connect and kill the enemy more easily. Macrophages are especially good at gnoming up the bacteria which antibodies have attached to. Now, the balance shifts. In a team effort, the infection is wiped out. At this point, millions of body cells have already died. No big deal, the losses are quickly replenished. Most immune cells are now useless, and without the constant signals, they commit suicide, so as not to waste any resources. But some stay behind, the memory cells. If this enemy is encountered ever again in the future, they will be ready for it and probably kill it before you even notice. This was a very, very simplified explanation of parts of the immune system at work. Can you imagine how complex this system is? Even at this level, when we ignore so many players and all the chemistry. Life is awfully complicated, but if we take the time to understand it, we always encounter endless wonders and great beauty.
An incredible video, wasn't it? I mean, yes, it was a few minutes long, but it really did explain to you how this immune system works. And you would think then that with all that organization, with all that cooperation and efficiency, you'd think that your system would never let you down, but as we know, problems do occur. Without you knowing it, your body is fighting battles against germs up to a whopping 400 times a day. You have no idea. However, if it's a raging war and it gets a little out of control, then you will start to experience chills and fever and muscle aches. It's your body's immune system saying, we're trying really hard to fight. After each invasion, your troops need to reassemble and strengthen. And unfortunately, this can take up to 7 weeks. So that is 7 weeks of you being vulnerable. Remember, I said every disease eventually becomes a disease that reflects the defeat of the immune system. So your recovery from contagious and deadly diseases will depend on the strength of your immune system. As mentioned, antibiotics are ineffective against virus. So doesn't it make sense to grab every opportunity to support a healthy gut? Because when your body is at optimal health, it has all the ammunition it needs to help defend against viral and bacteria attack. And now let's have a look at our big guns that we have, colostrum. Colostrum is a whole food. It's not a medicine. That bovine colostrum antibodies designed to fight infectious pathogens in cows have also been shown to react effectively to human pathogens, and pathogens are germs. So they can offer a powerful frontline defense against viruses and disease. Oral consumption, so that's you taking our smoothie, it's you consuming a tablet or a capsule of colostrum antibodies, helps develop the mucosal defense to bind and neutralize these viral particles, effectively preventing them from entering the mucosal barrier in your respiratory and gut tract. Just like those slides said, it puts that protective coating on there. It stops the germs from sticking. Now, there are so many key benefits to colostrum. Let's just take you through a few, because it's not just about immunity. This non-toxic, non-allergenic colostrum powder contains beneficial probiotic bacteria. We talked about that. Antibiotics, that's bad bacteria destroys, and good bacteria, you need to put that back. It has a full range of vitamin and mineral supplements, so it gives you the energy to get you through the day. It's rich in healing compounds, so it's anti-inflammatory, and it's those anti-aging properties that helps to remove and release some of those fine lines and wrinkles. It improves your digestive and gut health, crucial, and boosts your immune system. So it is a great neutralization of virus, bacteria, fungal infections, and accelerates wound and tissue healing because of the growth factors in it. Phew, why would you not take this? Remember though, when you're introducing Lifeline to someone, talk only about the benefit that they are interested in. So if I have no energy, then take Lifeline, because it's got fuel to get you through the day. If I've got problems with my gut health, then take Lifeline. It may help with that. If I'm complaining about my lines and wrinkles, Lifeline's got some great growth factors in there to help reduce that. But don't forget the skincare as well, because that's important. This colostrum main function is to protect the newborn by the passive transfer of the mother's immunity. So this complex bioactive substance contains essential nutrients such as protein, carbohydrates, enzymes, growth factors, immunoglobulins, vitamins and minerals. And you know what? They're all working together synergistically to boost your immunity from whatever life might throw at you. Colostrum isn't just for the newborn though, it's for the whole family, because remember those modern day stressors, smoking, alcohol, stress, poor diet, they all have an impact on how strong your immune system is. So it is so important that right from newborn to, sadly, when you pass on, your grandparents, everybody can take one of these as well. As the world rolls out vaccinations shown to reduce COVID symptoms, their ability to prevent transmission remains a little bit uncertain. Now, we may need annual boosters, but if that's what it takes to fight this global tragedy, come on, roll up your sleeves, let's get going on it, because we've got to start this way. We've got to open the borders so I can come to you. However, the broadly reactive antibodies from bovine colostrum offer an adjunctive, that's a complementary protective strategy alongside vaccination. So it's providing unique antibody protection of the oral and respiratory surfaces, which is how germs get in. And that's reinforced here with this paper, research paper that was done on nutrition and food sciences. We also have on look onto colostrum on Google, you will find all these trials. I found this one, trials conducted in Italy. And what they found was that patients taking colostrum were at least 3 times more effective than vaccination to prevent flu. So this is another trial that came in independently as well. And then PubMed. PubMed is a site that doctors go to for reference. And PubMed have put here that colostrum is extremely rich in antibodies to offer protection against disease-causing microorganisms. They have said to modulate and stabilize immune activity. Now, there's a couple of words in there I've highlighted, lactoferrin and PRPs. Let me just explain what lactoferrin is, because it's really important. It's a type of iron-binding glycoprotein, and it's believed to be one of the most effective immune system modulators. So due to its antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory protein, it stimulates the immune system and inflammation responses to support natural immunities while directly destroying most viruses on contact. It's the POW. Your proline-rich peptides, they regulate the immune system and inflammation. So they're the ones, you might have saw them in that video. They turn up the body when it comes under attack from pathogens, but then they calm it back down when the danger is eliminated. And we have that in our colostrum. But we also have a research and development, of course, facility here in New Zealand at head office, and our chief scientist, Dr. Jill Webster, sent 2 samples of colostrum to the Utah Antiviral Research Laboratories. Now, in sample 1, she removed the antibodies from colostrum, and in sample 2, the antibodies were left. And she asked them to conduct tests against how effective they would be to neutralize or destroy the Zika, dengue, New Guinea influenza, the RSV, and the A2. And what they came back with was a report to say that in sample 1, where there were no antibodies, there was negative effect on these viruses when it was tested in vitro against it. However, in sample 2, with the 40% IgG immunoglobulins remaining in the colostrum, the in vitro test confirmed the antibodies fully neutralized the Zika virus, dengue, influenza, and RSV. So Dr. Webster summed this up with the following statement. These results confirm that colostrum antibodies are able to inhibit virus infectivity. So the coronavirus poses many challenges to the immune system. The challenge the body faces starts with exposure, hence the masks are a good thing, and concludes with elimination of the virus. Then repair of the cellular damage, and we're hearing about that with long COVID, aren't we? Because of the infection, and more importantly, establishing the immune memory, which will prevent reinfection. And you saw those memory cells that went, okay, if this comes back again, we know what to do with it. Let me introduce you to the new Image Trilogy pack, because it's Alpha Lipid Lifeline, it is Immufort, and it is Colostrum. And you have a need for all 3 of those products right now. So our first one, of course, is our star product, Alpha Lipid Lifeline. It is consumed every 4 seconds in the world. So in the time that I have been talking to you, hundreds of people have mixed an alpha lipid lifeline. And as the world learns more about colostrum, then alpha lipid lifeline stands out as the perfect breakfast vanilla shake to start the day with. Knowing you've been well cared for by containing colostrum, along with probiotics for powerful immune and digestive support, it is the perfect blend of essential vitamins and minerals to enhance your energy level and daily metabolic functions, including calcium to support teeth and bone health. We need that as we get older, our bone health. These added nutrients are our point of difference. You can get colostrum, but we have added the probiotics, prebiotics, the vitamins and minerals, and of course, whopping calcium for teeth and bone health as well. Due to these added nutrients, however, Lifeline is recommended for children 5 and plus. Now, it is best taken 30 minutes prior to food. Couple of scoops in the shaker, give it a good old shake and drink. I just have mine with water. However, no harm can be taken no harm to you will be if you take it with food. The most important thing is to get it in your stomach. So if you remember to take it 30 minutes before food, sweet. If you don't worry about it. Lifeline provides the fuel and energy your body needs every single day. You can take it alone, or you can do what I do, and I mix in a scoop of Fibermax to my Alpha Lipid Lifeline. I know some of you are thinking, can you mix in with the Shake Up and the SD2, but these products are part of our weight management program and are consumed as described in your marketing materials. So Shake Up is a meal alternative. SD2 is great protein. You could mix it all together if you wish, but I've tried and the choice is yours for flavor, that's for sure. Most definitely Fibermax, though, mixed in is a great way of increasing fiber into your day. So we've looked at the powder, we've looked at how convenient it is, but sometimes it's not so convenient to carry around a big can, particularly when the borders open and you travel. This is when I reach for these next two products, because all the benefits of 1600 milligrams of colostrum in the capsule is great. However, it is colostrum. There's no vitamins and minerals. There's no other added nutrients to it. So like me, when I travel with these, I also take the RDA for my vitamins and minerals and King C as a little bit extra, a boost. So the great thing with the capsules is that you can twist and sprinkle on the food from 12 months up. We do say that you continue to twist and put on food for up to 2 years because it could be a choking hazard. And if the capsule's not for you, you like to suck on a delicious tasting tablet, then the Alpha Lipid Colostrum is just for you. This one has 111 milligrams of colostrum. They're great for children over 2 years. Again, anything younger, use the capsule because of that choking flavor. And you know, sometimes when I feel like a sweet, I'll go and grab a couple of these and just suck and chew on them because you can't get enough of colostrum these days. Now, if your children are wanting something special, you have this in your arsenal. Of course, it's the Dino Tabs. They've been developed to put some fun into nutrition, and I do it as well, but they are designed for children 2 years and above. Each bottle contains 4 different dinosaur shapes, so your children will love finding a different shape each day. I found them, then I had to name them. It was quite tricky. You know, the reason why we're suggesting that you take them for children as well is that your children's immune system isn't fully developed until the age of 7 or 8. So bovine colostrum contains important immune factor antibodies that they will help your children to cope with the constant immune challenges that they face. You know, no matter where you are in the world, when children go to their play center, their schools, their kindergartens, they pick up every germ imaginable. And as you know, colostrum supports digestion by providing nutrients that nourish a healthy digestive gut. And with 80% of all cells making up the immune system housed in the gut, getting their gut bacteria healthy is one of the most important things that you could do for your children. So along with the colostrum, Alpha Lipid Dino Tabs contain calcium, which is important for maintaining healthy teeth and bones. And parents, you're going to love this fact, no artificial sweeteners, colors, or preservatives. So give it a go. They are a delicious strawberry flavored chewable colostrum tablet. I have some in my drawer right now as we speak. Our second package in the Trilogy pack is Immufort Ultra Boost. Get the name, Ultra Boost Colostrum. This high potency colostrum product containing concentrated 40% of IgG. That is your frontline fighter. Now remember our in vitro studies conducted at Utah. They confirmed that daily consumption of IgG antibodies had been shown to neutralize human SARS, influenza, and RSV in laboratory virus neutralization studies. So additionally, the IgG may also target common microbes that can infect the respiratory and gut system. So we're recommending Immufort for 2 years and above, again, because of that choking hazard. Simply dissolving 2 Immufort tablets on the tongue daily. At the moment, I would suggest a lot more. So maybe 2 morning, 2 lunch, 2 afternoon, because right now we need it. What it does is by dissolving it on the tongue, or sticking it to the roof of your mouth, as we always say, helps to build up the mucosal barrier protection, starting from your oral cavity all the way to the respiratory gut system. Now, if you can imagine the reasons why you would need both. So the alpha lipid lifeline, it's like putting your clothes on every single day. You would not step outside without some clothes on. Well, some of you might, but normally you would not step outside with your clothes. It's giving you protection against the sun or protection against the cold. However, if on days where it's really heavy rain or it's really heavy sunshine, you step out with your clothes on, but you have added protection, and that is, of course, an umbrella. And think of Immufort as your umbrella. Right now, it's raining, and you need that added protection. So Immufort is perfect for you. It gives you that big sense of relief, and I know everywhere we are here, we're sucking on it. And when I travel, particularly in places like planes or trains or buses and shopping malls where there's lots of people, then I'm continually sucking on Immufort. With today's focus firmly on healthy aging, more people are seeking natural support for their body repair and rejuvenation process. So our third product in the Trilogy pack is Alpha Lipid Colostrum, and it ticks all the boxes. And I have to say, it's one of my favorite products. I'm just so excited about this because of how it works with the body. Do you know that there was acknowledged as the greatest breakthrough in modern science that adult stem cells constitute the natural renewal system of the body? This has created a whole new direction in health and wellness, and you're seeing a lot more products coming up now helping support the cascade of adult stem cells. They're predominantly found in the bone marrow, and their role has been shown to have the ability to naturally become cells of the liver, the muscle, the kidney, the pancreas, the lung, the skin, even the brain, anything that needs renewal. They are the only known source for restoring lost and degraded cells. So if you have a problem with your cells dying on your heart or your lung or your tissue, or you break a bone or you cut your skin, then what happens is these stem cells circulating in the body, they have little receptors, and they hear the distress message coming from that area. They migrate through, they attach themselves to that organ, that tissue they cut, and then they proliferate and they become that organ or that tissue, and they heal. I mean, it's just incredible. And I know what you're saying. You're thinking, well, hang on, if my bone and my body is constantly renewing, then how come my energy declines? How come if I do break my bone in the 60s, I don't heal as quickly as I did when I was in the 20s? How come I pass on if I'm continually getting reborn new tissue cells? In fact, you get a new heart every 20 years. You get a new intestinal lining every 4 to 5 days. You get a new pancreas, liver every 4 to 5 years. I mean, how does this happen? Well, you can see here on the slide, if you can imagine, at the age up until 20, 35, you're tip top. You're 100% fueled by trillions and trillions of stem cells circulating. Then from 35 onwards, it drops by 45%. So you're having a 55% stem cell cascade. And you're 50, only half of the amount of stem cells you got as a 20-year-old are circulating, listening for the distress message. And look what happens when you're at 65. Only 10% of your stem cells are coming out of the bone marrow, circulating, looking for distress. So no wonder your bones take longer to heal, your cuts take longer to heal, because that 10%, which is still billions, it's not trillions, it's still billions, is needed to go where to keep you alive, your heart, your lung, your brain. Sometimes I think mine isn't going to my brain. So that is the reason why as aging, it's part of the natural body process. We know that alpha lipid colostrum is rich in bioactive compounds such as growth factor hormones, including human growth hormones, insulin-like hormones, epidermal growth hormones, which is why it's good for the skin. They also, of course, help stimulate stem cell growth and activity. So when you look at alpha lipid colostrum, we have added to colostrum key antioxidant herbs to help protect healthy cells, to help support immune health and the stem cell cascade. When you put all that together, you have an advanced revolutionary product. This has been scientifically proven to dramatically increase the adult stem cell population. And what happens then? Of course, it results in the regeneration, the replenishment, the renewal of damaged, diseased, worn out cells and organs. So Alpha Lipid Lifeline, a breakfast shake 30 minutes before your meal in the morning, or if you take it with your meal, okay, I can accept that. Immu4, you suck during the day. It could be morning, lunch, and afternoon at the moment if you like. This one is 2 capsules that you swallow at night. And the reason you have it at night is that it's supporting your body's natural cellular repair and revitalizing the tissues and organs. So we know that your body repairs, renews itself while you sleep. Another good reason why you should be getting good 7 to 9 hours sleep. With scientifically proven antioxidant ingredients added to this, we know that we can protect against premature aging, we can protect healthy cells, we can support immune health and that stem cell cascade. So of course, colostrum is the perfect partner in Lifeline and Immu4.
Well, I hope you now have a better understanding of how your body works, how the immune system works, but more importantly, how the power of colostrum works to nutritionally support your body in overall health. Let's quickly recap on the Trilogy pack. Start the day with Alpha Lipid Lifeline. It is the complete breakfast drink. Not only does it have all the immunoglobulins and the goodness of colostrum, but also calcium, vitamins and minerals to get you through the day, and of course pre and probiotics. So we said it's like putting clothes on. It's the first thing that you do before you go outside. But when you need extra protection, and Singapore, you need extra protection right now, of course, dissolving 2 tablets of Immu4 every day. And right now, I would do it 2, 2, and 2, particularly if you are in areas like shopping malls or trains or buses, then you definitely need that extra protection with the 40% IgG in there. And then at night, as your body is repairing and replacing and replenishing those cells that have been destroyed through all the stress in the modern day lifestyle, of course, taking 2 capsules of colostrum will help to release that stem cell cascade. So it is the ultimate protection, our Trilogy pack, and I hope it is one that you will start with right now. But not only you, don't forget your family and friends. They will need a little bit of love right now. So Singapore, until those borders open, until I get up to Singapore, as always, my wish for you is to stay safe, stay strong, and I will see you soon. Bye now.